I'd like to welcome all of you here for the second edition of the Radiology Conclave. Just a little bit of history. So we were talking, the REF and Express Healthcare, a couple of years ago to see if we could do something related a little bit to the business of radiology. Eventually, because Express Healthcare does these conclaves on a regular basis, we managed to do something in radiology that was themed RAD 2023. And some of you were here in the very same room last year. And our main theme was artificial intelligence. We used Bob Dylan's song, the times are changing and you'll sink like a stone if you don't change with the times, to say that we need to understand where we are going to be 5 years from now so that we know what we need to do to stay current and relevant. And I think that meeting went really well. Couple of challenges that we had was there were no women in the room. I think there was Nandini and 2 or 3 people, very lopsided. There were a lot of people from Delhi, obviously, because it is in Delhi. And we felt that perhaps there could be a little change even in the mix of the crowd and perhaps the topics that we address. So this year, RAD 2024, and we're still looking at 5 years from now, where will we be? And if you see the panels that we have, they focus on obviously the tech and the artificial intelligence, but we're also looking at the relevance of radiologists, something that Harsh is going to moderate tomorrow. Dr. Harsh Mahajan, for those of you who don't know him, which doesn't really make sense, right? Everybody knows him. So that is a joke. So again, I keep saying this. If I crack a bad joke, laugh at me. If I crack a good joke, laugh. Laugh anyway. It just helps. Seriously? Yeah, okay. So, and then we're doing one on education, which is the one following this that Akshay Baheti is going to moderate. And then we also felt, and it's been something that I've been thinking about for a long time, knowing that there are radiologists and doctors who do so much more beyond medicine. And we have sports people, we have musicians, we have painters, and a lot of others who bring richness to not only their own lives, but to our lives as well, because they do stuff that is outside of medicine. And I think in the end, it helps patients as well. And so we've got a panel, which today is for me the core panel of this meeting, where we have 7 talented radiologists who have outshone or who are, nationally renowned, and some of them internationally renowned. And the idea is to understand from them how is it that they can manage to excel in medicine and radiology, but also passionately find the time along with family and children and everything else to devote to their passion as well. And so I would anticipate a lot of audience interaction at that point as well. We also have the awards in the evening. These awards obviously talk about or are given to people who've excelled in specific areas in radiology, but they're predominantly from the business side, such as the best private center, the best public hospital, etc. And this will be later on following dinner. The REF has been involved because we've been evolving. Many of you have seen us over the last 22 years. Bharat has been part of the journey when we started, as everybody knows, the famous, at least supposed to be a famous story, where we sat on a katta in KEM and we were lamenting the state of radiology education. And then Bharat says, why are we talking about it? Why don't we do something? And so we had the first residence review course organized in 2 months in Tata, thanks to Bharat and 2 others, Chandra and they've disappeared now, but Bharat's still around. And then we just kept doing this. And we truly believe that in that journey, perhaps people also found the confidence to do meetings on their own. At that time, apart from the IRI and the state branch, we were the only other people, apart from CUSP as well, that was doing a radiology meeting. There was a forerunner to this called SARB, if anybody remembers, Society of Academic Radiologists of Bombay, started by Srinivas and Modhe and Suttankar. But that fell apart as well. But 5 years after the RRC, people started their own meetings. And today in the country, there is not a single week that goes by when we don't have some radiology meeting being organized somewhere. And that benefits the residents, because whichever part of the country they are in, they are getting educated. Given the fact, and I'm sure Akshay is going to talk about this, we have 2 students or residents who are in the panel as well, that with all due respect, radiology education in our country is rubbish. It is true, right? And except for a few institutes, we don't have didactic lectures, we don't have formal training, everything is on the go. It's all about learning, it's never about teaching. So the point is, if you have meetings, if you have anything happening, industry sponsored, state sponsored, individual person wants to do it, a hospital wants to promote, it's fine. Because there is somebody out there who is able to pick up that information, who has the opportunity to attend. So I believe we've made a little bit of difference over the last 22 years. We continue to do what we do. We have a lot more people who are working with us, apart from Bharat and Varsha, who joined us. Ravi, of course, has been the mentor. We now have Akshay Baheti, Khushbu, who works with us, Aparna, and I'm sure I'm missing a few more names as well. Bijal, who's always been with us, with me, behind me as well, and wherever. And it's been a great journey. So partnering with Express Healthcare to do something different has been very interesting. But don't look at me like that. The word interesting can be used in many, many different ways. And no, honestly, it's been very good. I think this is something that we want to carry forward, perhaps in the same way or maybe in a more didactic manner as well. Any feedback that you would have at the end of the meeting or even during, please give it to us. We would like to understand what it is that we can do that could perhaps leave a bigger impact as we go ahead. Please have fun, enjoy the next 2 days. Shikha is going to be around to take you through all the panels. The moderators have put in a lot of work to get everything done. So let's have some fun. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Dr.